ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి, జేఈఈ అయినా, నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
Good morning to all. Today I will give a detailed information related to different periodic properties that are nothing but valency and oxidation states. Valency and oxidation states. What is the meaning of valency? How can you define? How can you understand the word valency? In olden days, valency may be defined as the number of electrons present in the valence shell, nothing but outermost orbit. Take for example, let us consider hydrogen element or hydrogen atom. Its atomic number is equal to 1, electronic configuration 1s1. Here the number of outermost orbit is equal to 1. In this outermost orbit only one electron is present. Therefore, valency of hydrogen is equal to 1. Valency of hydrogen is equal to 1. Let us consider another example, that is nitrogen, atomic number 7 and electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. And here the number of outermost orbit is equal to 2. How many electrons are available in the outermost orbit or valence shell? 5. That means here the valency of nitrogen is believed to be 5, or the valency of nitrogen is equal to 5. And in the same way we can take any other element. Take for example chlorine. Chlorine is equal to 17 and 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. 3p5. Here the number of outermost orbit is equal to 3, valence shell. How many electrons are available? 7. Therefore, valency of chlorine is equal to 7. Valency of nitrogen is equal to 5. Valency of nitrogen is equal to 5. And here this is the understanding of the word valency from the electronic configuration. And here in the same way, in olden days the valency is defined as the number of electrons available in the outermost orbit. Later on the valency is defined as the combining capacity of atom of an element. Combining capacity of atom of an element is referred as valency. From this, once again the valency is defined in different way based on combining capacity. How? Valency may be defined as the number of hydrogen atoms or double the number of oxygen atoms with which one atom of an element can combine. Valency may be defined as the number of hydrogen atoms or double the number of oxygen atoms with which one atom of an element can combine. That is the modern definition for the word valency. And here, what about the examples? Let us consider hydrogen chloride. In hydrogen chloride, I would like to know the valency of chlorine. Here one chlorine atom bonded with one hydrogen atom. Therefore, valency of chlorine is equal to 1. In another example, NH3. And here one nitrogen atom bonded with 3 hydrogen atoms. Therefore, valency of nitrogen is equal to 3. And next one, CH4. One carbon atom bonded with 4 hydrogen atoms. Therefore, valency of carbon is equal to 4. This is with respect of the combining capacity of atom of an element with hydrogen. But what about oxygen? Take for example, Na2O. Two sodium atoms bonded with one oxygen atom. Therefore, one sodium atom bonded with half oxygen atom. What is the double number of half? 1. Therefore, valency of sodium is equal to 1. Next, SO3. One sulfur atom bonded with 3 oxygen atom. What is the double number of 3? 6. Therefore, valency of sulfur is equal to 6. Another example, chlorine heptoxide. 2 chlorine atoms bonded with 7 oxygen atoms. Therefore, 1 chlorine atom bonded with 3.5 oxygens. Double number of 3.5 is equal to 7. Therefore, valency of chlorine is equal to 7. Valency may be defined as the number of hydrogen atoms or double the number of oxygen atoms with which one atom of an element can combine. But here recently, valency and oxidation states are used interchangeably. They are almost all considered as one, similar. But there is a slight difference between the valency and oxidation state. Valency is existed in the form of whole numbers only, that never goes to fractions. But the oxidation states may be as a whole number or in the fractional values. And same time, oxidation states appeared with charges. But here valency does not or do not represent with the charge and do not represent with fractions. That is the difference between the valency and oxidation state. Other than that, valency is almost all similar to that of oxidation states. And there is an important note. Here the valency of atom of an element is not always constant. That is not constant. From compound to compound, the valency of the atom of same element may be different, may be changed. Take for example, here we have already discussed NaH3. In ammonia, nitrogen valency is equal to 3. Whereas in case of N2O5, here 2 nitrogen atoms bonded with 5 oxygen atoms. Therefore, 1 nitrogen atom bonded with 2.5 oxygens. Therefore, valency of nitrogen is equal to 5. Valency of nitrogen is equal to 5. And same time, here nitrogen, this is the atom of nitrogen element. And here in this compound, the valency of nitrogen is 3. In this compound, the valency of nitrogen is equal to 5. Actually, that is a controversial concept in this particular case. And same time, we have already mentioned that the valency of atom of an element may be changed from compound to compound, means that is not constant. And next one, what about the periodicity? What about the periodicity of valency in periodic table? In a group, as we move from top to bottom, the valency does not change. Why? There is no change in the valential configuration. As a result of that, in group elements, as we move from top to bottom, there is no difference, there is no change in the valency. But here, in a period, as we move from left to right, with respect of hydrogen, increases from 1 to 4 and then decreases to 1. And with respect of oxygen, that is continuously increases up to 7. Look at here. Let us consider second period elements. What are they? Second period elements or third period elements? No problem. Third period elements. Whatever it may be, no problem. Here, the first one, sodium hydride, magnesium hydride, aluminum hydride, and PH3, H2S, and HCl. HCl. And next one, this is with respect of hydrogen. With respect of oxygen, with respect of oxygen, sodium oxide, magnesium oxide, next aluminum oxide, silicon dioxide, phosphorus pentoxide, sulfur trioxide, and chlorine heptoxide. With respect of hydrogen, valency in a period increases from 1 to 4 and then decreases to 1. Here, one sodium atom bonded with one hydrogen, therefore valency of sodium 1. Here 2, here 3, here 4, 3, 2, 1. With respect of oxygen, the valency continuously increasing from 1 to 7. Two sodium atoms bonded with one oxygen. Therefore, one sodium atom bonded with half. Double the number of half is equal to 1. Therefore, valency of sodium 1. One magnesium atom bonded with one oxygen atom. Double the number of 1 is equal to 2. Two aluminum atoms bonded with 3 oxygen atoms. Therefore, one aluminum atom bonded with 1.5 oxygen. Double the number of 1.5 is equal to 3. One silicon atom bonded with 2 oxygen atoms. Double the number of 2 is equal to 4. Two phosphorus atoms bonded with 5 oxygen atoms. Therefore, one oxygen atom bonded with 2.5 oxygen. Double the number of 2.5 is equal to 5. One sulfur atom bonded with 3 oxygen atoms. Double the number of 3 is equal to 6. Two chlorine atoms bonded with 7 oxygens. Therefore, one chlorine atom bonded with 3.5. Double the number of 3.5 is equal to 7. Continuously increases from 1 to 7 with respect of oxygen. And increases from 1 to 4 and then decreases to 1 with respect of hydrogen. And there is an important note and important statements. The maximum valency of atom of an element is equal to its group number. The maximum valency of atom of an element is equal to its group number. And in case of representative elements, from first A to 50 A group elements, the valency or general valency is equal to group number. General valency. And beyond that, in case of 6th and also 7th and 8th A group elements or 0 group elements, valency is equal to 8 minus group number. And here In case of oxidation states, from first A to fifth A group elements, general oxidation state is equal to group number. And in case of 6th, 7th and also 0 groups, the general oxidation state is equal to 8 minus G. Here, what is the reason for this difference? Only the difference is valency appeared without charge, but the oxidation state appears with charge. That is the only difference between the valency and oxidation states. The maximum valency of atom of an element is equal to group number. In case of representative elements from first A to fifth A group, the general valency is equal to group number, and beyond that 8 minus G. This is about the concept of valency. Concept of valency. Now let us discuss about another important periodic property, nothing but electropositivity. Actually, electropositivity is an imaginary concept. Actually, there is no electropositivity. It is an imaginary concept. And it is quite opposite or contrast to the electronegativity. As a result of that, here, for the better understanding of the electropositivity, we have to recall the important points of electronegativity. Now, what is electronegativity? The tendency of atom of an element, to attract the electron pair in a molecule. Means what? Simply tendency of attracting electron by the bonded atom. That is electronegativity. And next one, it is a relative property. You are already familiar with this. It is a relative property. By comparing the electronegativity or by comparing with other element, means standard element only, we can evaluate or we can calculate electronegativity. And electronegativity is tendency of attracting electrons, and it has no units. And electronegativity is the direct measure of, means directly proportional to non-metallic nature. It has no units. These are all the features of electronegativity. Okay. What about the periodicity? Of electronegativity? In a period from left to right, as atomic radius decreases, electronegativity increases. And in a group, as we move from top to bottom, with increase of atomic radius, electronegativity decreases. Means what? Electronegativity directly proportional to 1 by atomic radius, means inversely related to atomic radius, and directly proportional to effective nuclear charge, and directly proportional to ionization potential. These are all the relations between different periodic properties. This is about the periodicity. The element with the highest electronegativity is fluorine, that is equal to 4. The element with the lowest electronegativity in the periodic table is cesium, that is equal to 0.6. The elements with zero electronegativity in the periodic table are noble gases. These are all the statements which are already known to you. They are all related to electronegativity. Now, come to electropositivity. Tendency of attracting electron is simply represented by the letter or represented by the word electronegativity, and quite contrast, tendency of losing electrons. Tendency of losing electrons. And next one, here electropositivity is also relative property. And same time it is an imaginary property. Next, electropositivity has no units. And electropositivity is a direct measure of metallic nature. Direct measure of metallic nature. Electropositivity is the direct measure of metallic nature. Electronegativity is a direct measure of non-metallic nature. Okay. But what about the periodicity? In a period, as we move from left to right, atomic radius decreases. Therefore, electropositivity decreases. And in a group, as we move from top to bottom, as atomic radius increases, electropositivity increases. Here, effective nuclear charge increases, here effective nuclear charge decreases. The element with the highest electronegativity, fluorine. And the element with the lowest electronegativity, cesium. Here, most electropositive element is cesium. Least electropositive element is fluorine. And the elements with zero electropositivity or zero electronegativity and zero electron are noble gases. This is about the comparison of electronegativity and electropositivity. And here electronegativity is the direct measure of non-metallic nature and electropositivity is the direct measure of metallic nature. Means here electronegative elements are present on the P block and electropositive elements are present in the S block. Present in the S block, present in the P block. Here they are non-metals from third A to zero groups. Third A to zero groups. But here S block elements means first A group elements and also second A group elements means alkali metals and also alkaline earths. Alkaline earths. They are highly electropositive. They are strongly metallic in nature. They have tendency of losing electrons. As a result of their electropositivity, they are always exhibit positive oxidation states. Example, D and F blocks also, but they are less electropositive. D and F blocks, but they are electropositive. This is about the electronegativity and also electropositivity. Electronegativity and electropositivity. Right. Now, in the previous case, I have given assignment to you. In previous, that means near about 3 or 4 classes before, I have given the assignment that is in module 1, chapter periodic table. In module 1 to 34, I have given the assignment. And now, after that, we have already completed the periodic properties. What are they? Atomic radius, next ionization potential, electronegativity, electropositivity, and next one electron affinity, and next one valency, etc. And still there are 2 topics remaining, that is one is oxidation states, another one is nature of oxides. Okay, that can be discussed later on. But here now another assignment given to you. This is a assignment 2. That is in module 1 related to atomic radius, that is from 35 to 54. And next one, ionization potential 55 to 71. 55 to 71. Electron affinity and electronegativity from 72 to 82. 72 to 82. And here this is about the assignment given from module 1. From module 1. You have to complete this assignment within, that means 2 days is more than enough. You have to complete within 2 days. And do you have any doubts? You can call me. This number I have already given to you. Do you have any doubts? You can call me on this particular number. Here the assignment related to 4 periodic properties: atomic radius, ionization potential, electron affinity and electronegativity. This is about the assignment given.